Good morning. This is Pastor Marco Luna. I'm from the Gathering Church, and we're a church in Oak Cliff. We're a church that started to minister to the local high school and junior high there in our community. The local junior high is Griner Middle School and Sunset High School. And what we started off basically just to start off, we wanted to just be there and serve the football teams, the boys football teams at Griner and the boys football teams at Sunset, and be able to just provide maybe just a Gatorade to drink once a week, just be able to come into their lives and just serve the students. And then a God moment happened, a God appointment happened, and we ran into Kimberly at Food for the Soul, and we were just so ecstatic, basically just overwhelmed. We were weeping in the car, my wife and I, and just to see that Kimberly and Food for the Soul and the ministry that God has put in her heart, and everyone who is helping in her church as well, Gateway Church and whoever else is helping her sponsor this, to be able to feed some of these students, because the coaching staff at the schools mentioned to me that some of the kids were going home hungry. And we're talking about in Dallas, Texas. We're not talking about in another part of the world. We're talking about right here in our own backyard. Kids are going home hungry. Some of these kids are living in single parent homes. Dad's in prison, or dad's dead or abandoned them. And so they're living in single parent homes. Mom's the only one working. And so they're going home and they're telling their coaches, after staying till 6 o'clock after football practice, coach, I'm hungry. And they said, well, you're going to go ahead and go home. He goes, but we don't have any food at home. And so what Kimberly and every one of you are doing is blessing these kids that are going home hungry. Most of them are going hungry every day. And so the coaching staff said, Pastor Marco, we give them peanut butter and jelly sandwich every now and then when we can. That's coming out of our pocket, of the coaching staff at the schools. But thank you, Kimberly, and thank you, Food for the Soul, and of course, Gateway Church, for providing these meals for these kids right here in our own backyard, because it's not only going to feed them, but it's going to provide us an opportunity, maybe a moment, to be able to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with these kids. So thank you so much from the bottom of our heart, Pastor Marco Luna and Kimberly Luna of the Gathering Church. Thank you so much for your giving. Continue to do so. It's impacting lives.